No, I don't do what people want me to do.
Okay.
I do.
Is it hard when you want to do that and people just deny it because they think it's not godly?
When you make a mistake and you're on a platform, you have to deal with the opinions of man, and you have to also deal with, repercussions, you know what I mean?
Like being on that room and then being this kind of artist, did it hurt some things that people said, the church said about you?
Like the photo happened and I was like, the stylist wanted the girls to wear bathing suit-ish attire because there's not a lot of people being honest in the church. So it's like, it's a culture shock when you are very honest, and it's like, dang, we want to hate you. So they just choose to hate you.
How did you come back to loving the music and loving what you do?
Firing everybody.
Okay.
God likes me, contrary to popular belief. He likes me for real, because I'm real. Because they always painted me as a troublemaker. Like, people like on the internet is like, oh, he's troubler. He's just cause trouble.
What is the story behind the voice of God?
I think God came. You know what's crazy? They wrote it as a slow song.
For those people who question your relationship or faith with God, how do you respond to that?
A lot of people would say like, well, you could just be doing it for money, but like it'd be easier to do something else for money.
Dímelo, Corillo, ¿qué es la que hay? Estamos activos, otro podcastazo, pasándola bien, pasándola nice, y la vamos a pasar brutal mucho más ahora con este podcastazo que tú ni te lo esperabas. Primero, que si tú no sabes inglés, estás frito, porque este podcastazo va a ser todo en inglés. No hay español aquí, solamente inglés. Segundo, gracias a tu Planta PR, la gente que siempre está atenta a todo esto, y literalmente son los que nos hicieron llegar aquí. O sea que este podcastazo está presentado por tu Planta PR. Si tú necesitas una batería, que es en Puerto Rico es necesario eso, baterías, regeneradores, porque se va a luz constantemente, tú los contactas a ellos y ellos te resuelven. Y gracias a Nina Lash, oye, la mujer empresaria de Puerto Rico que tiene más de 500 productos de pestañas, y también tiene empresas en San Juan y Atillo. Oye, ponte al día con las pestañas, comprarle pestañas a tu novia, a tu esposa. Y mira, también comprarle el cursito para que se pongan a hacer pestañas a tu hija, para que se ponga a hacer algo y te traiga chavitos para que pague la luz y el agua en tu casa. Tú, paps, los contactas y sale el QR code y ya está. Y te haces pana de Nina Lash y tienes tu empresa. Bueno, familia, sin más preámbulos, vamos a pasarla bien, vamos a pasarla nice en este podcastazo con Dante Bowe en la casa. Here we are. I just introduced you, man. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm happy that I'm here with you.
Same.
And I want to talk a little bit with you, and you just talk there.
Okay.
If you talk a lot, it's better.
Okay.
But anything you talk, I'm gonna keep asking things. And if you don't understand something that I say, you tell me.
I can understand you.
Okay, perfect. So I was watching few interviews that you did, interviews that you have been and all that, and one thing came into my mind, and it said that when you were like writing your songs at the first time and all that, I'm gonna say it like I wrote it here. You said you as kids trying to make music that had never been done before. So my question was like, what do you think you do with your friends, or what do you think that you brought to the music that it was new when you came up?
Oh, I mean, my identity, I guess, like by upbringing, I feel like when we are composing music or writing music, you bring your own stories into it. You know what I mean? So the way I would come in, if I'm writing with my best friend Aaron, he has a totally different upbringing than I do. So he'll bring his history and I'll bring my history. And then when we come together, we talk about Jesus differently. Okay. And it creates this one big song. So I think the reason why what we created was new and fresh, I think it was just because we had new and fresh, upbringings and revelation and different things like that. And so I wouldn't say it's like me being more talented. I think it's just I have my own identity. And so it was in the music.
Yeah, do you think that is very important when you are like doing songs to be yourself in the song?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's important in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
To be authentic, you know what I mean? I feel like you go a lot further when you're authentic because there's like obvious separation from you and the crowd, you know what I mean? And so I never sought out to do what's been done before. I also never sought out to do something that's so innovative. I just was being myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So how do you like stay like to yourself when you are like, okay, you making songs, then you become Dante Bowe. I mean, like people know you. You become famous with your songs. But how do you stay like authentic when people like one type of song? How do you stay that authentic?
I mean, I'm always learning. So I'm a person that loves information. I love to learn. So I don't just write one style of music. I could write contemporary Christian music. I could write gospel, R&B. I was just telling you how I wrote that song, Glory, Glory, Hallelujah, there is none like you. I just write, you know, what I've been taught sometimes as well. So, yeah, I feel like I'm always learning. I'm a student, and that's how I can do other things and still remain myself.
Okay.
It's just education, you know what I mean, at that point.
And
it does make sense?
Yeah. But is it hard? Like, people know you. Like I was telling you, like people in Puerto Rico know you. Like, oh, he's Dante and he makes worship music. So is it hard because your album Dante Bowe is very like Afro beats? That's what you call it, Afro beats. Like very different from the Dante that people know, like in Puerto Rico or other places. Because here, maybe in the States, people knew you already, but when you become that famous, people know you from something else. So in Puerto Rico, they know you like a worshiper. So is it hard to, okay, guys, I know you like me for doing worship, but I want to do this different thing. So is it hard, like people like understand that? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Prende todo, todo, todo. tuplantapr.com.
Or is it hard for you? Like, man, I want to do this type of music, but I can't because people want me to do worship.
No, I don't do what people want me to do.
Okay.
I only really answer to God and my team.
That's good. Yeah.
So if I feel peace about it, you know, internally with my team and with God, then I'm okay. I think a part of my job is to expand the listener's ear and like maybe give them something different that they don't even know they like.
Okay.
I want to always be evolving and creating new things. And also I'll always lead worship, you know what I mean? It's not like that's over. Like I'm going to release worship again, of course.
Okay.
But this is just the album I wanted to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a good album.
No, I heard Dante Bowe. So, and for me, it was very good. Like, I was like, man, this music, and this is my perspective, because in Puerto Rico and other places, maybe, here in the United States, like you guys, the culture and all that is different. You got a lot of sounds, different sounds. You got like country music, Christian country music, and a lot of things, gospel, Afro beats, and that's like normal here. Mm-hmm. But like maybe in the Latin world, maybe I'm generalizando, how you say that, like talking for all of them, but I don't know if that's the word, but there's not a lot of like different things. It's only like worship or urban. To say it like that, it's only like worship people and Lecrae, to say it like that. Oh. So when you see different sounds and different things, like I saw that in that album, is very good, because I think like we have to do that. And but do you think people like understand that? Because this is the thing that we see, and I'm asking you this just to let you know, like when all the things happens in Puerto Rico, people talk like, oh, Dante is not doing no more music like this and all that. And, you know, the internet goes crazy. But when I heard the album, I was like, bro, he's doing the same, like he's doing great music. He's talking about God, maybe not like in worship thing, but he's doing the same thing. So is it hard when you want to do that and people just deny it because they think it's not godly?
No, it's not hard. I just, you know, this album may not be for that set of people. You know, okay. I'll release a worship album and then they can love that one. You know,
okay.
It's not necessarily like for them, I guess. I don't want to force people to like it because I did it and they're fans of me.
Okay.
You know, maybe the album I just created wasn't for them. You know?
Okay.
And there'll be another album I'll create that's for them. And then the people that love me doing Afrobeats will be like, oh, we wanted another song like that. You know, it's like, it is what it is. I can't bow to the opinions of people, because then I'll just be doing all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable with the decisions I make because at least I made them. You know, instead of like following the crowd or doing whatever somebody wanted me to do. You know, it's like teaching somebody how to raise their kids.
Yeah,
you know? It's like everyone has a different upbringing, but your mom probably was awesome, and my mom was definitely awesome. And so it's like, my mom can't tell your mom how to raise you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your mom can't tell my mom what's right. You know, it's like different upbringings, but still grow up to be good men.
Yeah. That was a good example, I think, the mom thing. But yeah, like, because when I see all the things that happened with your career, and I started listening to other interviews, like part of your testimony is like you converted in your room. You were like 11. How much?
16.
16. Yeah. So you met God at your room, and then to have this life that changed, and now you're like this artist that everybody is demanding things about you. It's crazy. Do you know, like being on that room and then being this kind of artist, did it hurt some things that people said, the church said about you?
I mean, I guess it hurt a little bit, but I've always just been my
because
own
I'm asking you, sorry, I interrupt, because I'm asking you that because to talk, like you're telling me right now, like, man, I make music for these kind of people. If they don't like it, there's another album. I think you have to be mature. And I don't know if that has been a process that you are like doing it step by step.
Okay.
Because all the things that happened to you, like in a short term, that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, I think contrary to popular belief, I am pretty solid as a person.
Okay.
And I think the narrative that people paint, especially like in the comment sections, like I'm all over the place, I'm probably more solid than they are commenting that. And so that's where my confidence lie. I've never changed in the sense of like, I still have the same best friends. I still, you know, very close to my family. I just built this entire business that we're sitting in today with my team, of course. And nothing really changed lifestyle wise. I just kept doing me, and I can't really, you know, obviously when you make a mistake and you're on a platform, you have to deal with the opinions of man, and you have to also deal with, you know, repercussions, you know what I mean, for your actions. And so I'm okay with that. Like I am totally like an open book. I'm very honest about everything that happened in my career, but I think people still don't like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just really
be honest, and then when you were honest, like, that's a lie. They don't like it.
Or they don't even think it's a lie. They just can't believe it because you're honest, because there's not a lot of people being honest in the church. So it's like, it's a culture shock when you are very honest, and it's like, dang, we want to hate you. So they just choose to hate you. And it's just okay. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? I'm still making music and I'm still dropping it, and I'm not running away and hiding my face, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
I don't even know if they answered that question. I think I got lost in my own answer.
No, but yeah, I understand, like, the how you say, like, people can talk anything.
Yeah, I didn't have to grow into maturity, no.
Yeah.
I was already there when it happened to me. I knew I needed to be honest. I knew I needed to, like, start thinking of a new way to do what I do. And I love the people that loved me, and I love the people that didn't. Like, you know, it just is what it is. Yeah,
that's good. Okay, I wrote it here, like, reflecting on your journey. What has been the most, like, pivotal? I don't know how to say that this word. Moment, like the moment that you realize, like, okay, I'm pursuing your purpose. Like, what was that moment that you knew that?
When was the moment I realized I was pursuing my purpose?
Yeah, like I wrote it like this. I don't know how to say that word.
Okay.
Because I wrote it in Spanish, then I said, okay, traduce me, translate. Yeah, that word.
Yeah, pivotal moments. Okay. I always, I don't, you know what's crazy? I don't like doing interviews.
Okay.
Because I think I am perceived to be like aggressive or like maybe arrogant or something.
Okay, I understand. Like
Have you watched my interview? Like people, if you read the comments underneath my interviews, it's like no one ever understands me.
Well, I saw, but I saw the Tim Ross one.
Yeah.
And me personally, I liked it. I was like, man, I like. Let me see. I saw the Tim Ross one, and when I listened to your album, Dante, Bowe, I could like understand it better, and I was like, I think I vibe more with
Tim Ross is a great interviewer too. Like I like his interviews compared to other people's interviews. Yeah. I will say, to answer your question, okay. I always pursued my purpose.
Okay.
Like I was a focused kid.
Okay.
I was super focused. I wasn't one of those kids that like I was celibate throughout my entire childhood, all the way to like 18 years old. I wasn't one of those kids that was doing stuff like that. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. Like I didn't hang out with my friends. I went to rehearsals, choir rehearsals. I went to baseball practice. I went to the studio. I boxed. I was like super focused as a child. And so I wanted to be a superstar at some point, like around, I don't know, 15, 16, whatever. And then I just did it. I can't explain it. Like I just did it. That's all I thought about. That's all I dreamt about. That's all I Googled. I Googled up the record labels. I would watch Michael W. Smith videos. And I'm like, wow, he's in an arena. Because a lot of other Christian artists was just doing churches.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to play in arenas.
I want to be there.
And I don't know, like, I went to ministry school with EJM, and I just, every day was just a step closer to that. I was getting closer I could see it in my eye. I mean, I could see it before my eyes. So I just kept doing it until.
Why do you think you're like that? Like your mom raised you like that, to be like that?
Yeah, I was raised with a lot of love.
Okay.
I was affirmed a lot. Like my mom, my dad, my grandparents. Like my grandmother and my grandfather would put me on like a center block. You know what that is? Like
well, a center, like a sin,
like a center block where they build houses. They build houses with it's like a brick. How else would you say a center block?
I don't know.
It's a brick, but it's a big brick.
Okay.
All right, and you can build homes with it. You can do whatever you want with it. But like, it's a cement block. And they would make me stand on it and like, sing, please sing for us.
Okay.
Please sing another one, sing another one. Like, so it's just a lot of affirmation, and I didn't really want for anything. And so I just grew up knowing who I was. And I think the more famous I got, or the more known I got, people started to see my personality. It's like, oh, he's changing. It's just like, I've always been this confident. I just didn't have a microphone.
Yeah.
So you just got to hear me sing a lot and not talk. And that's why next year I'm not talking that much. I'm going to just go back to singing and not talking. but even with Bethel and with Maverick and everything I've ever been a part of, like I've only grew it.
Yeah.
I only grew everything, like the fruit of my life. And I can look at those comments and laugh, because it's like, every church I've been a part of, now they're like legacy. Now it's a famous church right after I leave. Or when I joined Maverick, now it's like, I wrote, 70% of their songs. I love Maverick, by the way. And Bethel, I only grew it. Like we have plaques and #1. Like when I left, it was better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything I touched became better.
Yeah.
Even after my mistake with Maverick, they're still in arenas.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't kill anything.
So, but that confidence, like that your mom and your family gave you, but I'm just listening, and I think like when all like the bad things started saying, maybe your mom was kind of sad. They're talking about my son like that, and they don't know him. You think so or no? When all the talking,
she just talks crap, but she's not sad.
Okay.
I don't think anyone ever called me like, oh, "Are you okay?" Like they don't. My family is more so like. I mean, they're like, who was that dude? Like, why did he say that? Like, one of them, like, they just talk crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like a black family. It's like, they just don't like it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, God keeps me in perfect peace. Like, I can't explain it. Like that's who I lean on the most as an adult. Like, I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. Like, I don't feel like my career is anything other than what it's always been. You know what I mean? I feel great about myself, and so
And
I can't explain it. But yeah.
But I'm understanding.
Yeah.
But I heard like one time you got like you got tired of doing music. You started like hating it. And how did you come back to loving the music and loving what you do?
Firing everybody.
Okay.
That made me unhappy.
And when you did that, you came back.
My life changed.
And what is the thing that, well, I don't know if you're going to say something, but what is the thing that...
And no shade to anybody that I don't work with anymore, because I love them and they helped me build everything I had at that time. And like they worked super, super hard. None of us were prepared for what was going to happen. And I'm so grateful for them. They're still my friends, but it did change my life after I moved on.
But why do you? Well, I don't know if I can ask you this, but yeah, if you don't want to answer, don't answer. But why do you think that thing, like firing them, helped you? Why do you think that? Or what was happening that you were, man? This is the thing.
I needed adults to help me run my like business. Okay. I needed adults, married adults, who had children, who built an empire that themselves. Okay. Like my manager and my record exec are super successful, and they're Christians and they have children, and they changed my life financially. They changed my life spiritually. They got me away from all the weird people that live off music. Like that's all they have is music, and they'll do anything to be famous. Like they got me away from those people. Okay. And so I now have a team that they don't need me to make a #1 to be successful.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have to win an award for them to have money or success.
Yeah, or to see something great in you.
Yeah.
You don't have to make that top song.
Yeah. No, I don't. And so I think to answer your question, yeah. When I got rid of everybody and I moved away from everything I knew,
that helped you.
Yeah. And I'm not moving back.
That's good.
Yeah.
And what's the thing that you love, like, of making music or writing music? Like, because I ask you that because I do comedy, right? So the thing that I love the most is obviously listening to people laugh. But other than that, it's like, man, I have this talent. God gave me this talent, and I'm using it for the right thing. You know, like I'm making people laugh, and they get out of here, and maybe they were having a bad day or something like that, and they left. They went home, and or in that place, that hour, something, they forgot about a lot of things, maybe a hard time in the job or whatever problem. They forgot about that, and they left. So I feel good to do comedy for those two things. But when you make music or write music, what is it that you love? Like just the outcome? You talking about like what is? Yeah, like I love doing music because what motivates me to do music? Yeah. What motivates me? What inspires me to do music? I don't know, man. Like if tomorrow you don't do like no music, you're good. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. What other things like you love? Like you love the music? I don't necessarily love. Or passion, or you feel passionate about. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe a sport, something like that, I don't know. Let me think about it. Okay. What inspires me to do music? If I had to just answer that, it, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Okay, I don't think you have to know. I'm just asking. I will say this. I used to really love music. Like, I love music now. Sorry. I used to really love making music for this outcome, whether it be the people, making them feel better. And I still love that. Or whether it be I get to inspire people in other ways. Like maybe they were depressed and now they're better. Or maybe they just having a kid and now this is their theme song because they had to listen to it through the whole pregnancy. And like I love those stories, and I still do get like
just the chills when I think about, you know, my music doing that for other people. Okay. However, like I think going an entire year this year without dropping anything just made me realize like I don't need to do music. Like I need to pray. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
So like if you ask me what inspires me to pray, I would have an answer. But nowadays what inspires me to do music is just that I do it. Like I'm supposed to do it. That's what I'm here to do.
Okay.
Like it's my calling, like, you know, so I just do it. It's like whether I feel good or whether I feel bad, you know, I just get in the studio. Yeah, it's just me. It's something I do well and it's something I enjoy doing. You know, whether one person hears it now or whether a million people hear it, I'm just gonna do it anyway. I don't care for the outcome as much as I used to, you know.
And this year that you don't drop that a lot of music or no music, what did you do? Pray a lot?
I pray a lot no matter what.
Okay.
For real, for real.
You like it a lot?
My team could tell you.
You like it a lot, praying?
I love to pray.
Why?
I love talking to God.
Yeah.
I love talking to God.
That's good.
I love talking to him more than anybody else.
You have like your separate thing, or you talk you just
anywhere,
anywhere,
all the time in front of everybody.
Okay.
No matter what. If I want to go and get into the coolest party, I'll pray.
Okay.
Like I'm like if I'm like at an award show and people are having these things, I'm the type in the car be like, God, just make it. Like I want to get into the, you know, lead us, guide us, make sure we, you know, go where we feel wanted and it's a cool, good time. Like I will pray that right before going into it. Like
and you feel like maybe not feel, but you how do you say this? Like you know when God talks to you, like you feel it every single time, or you just open the Bible one day and He talks to you.
No, He talks to me all the time.
That relationship.
He talks to me all the time.
Yep.
God likes me, contrary to popular belief. He likes me for real because I'm real.
That's good.
He likes me because I'm real. Like I don't get up here and like this fluff. Like all my interview, like I just did this Jamal Bryant interview. I just did, you know, the Tim Ross, like, and I don't do interviews much because I talk too much. Okay. I'm just too honest. Okay. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I talk to God constantly. He talks back to me all the time, every time, you know. If I just lost my bag when I went, like a few weeks ago, I went to Nashville to write some songs and I lost my bag. I had no clothes and I was really getting upset a little bit, but I was like, let me just pray about that. Or like, if I feel like something fell through and it didn't work out, like I'll just pray. And I pray out loud. I don't pray in my head.
Out loud?
I pray out loud in front of anybody, everybody. Everybody.
And you can be like going to a party or something like that, and
I do pray going to parties if I feel like it's not going to be a good time.
Yeah, people are just listening to you right there.
I want to go to the coolest. I want to go where it's going to be cool and fun. Like I don't want to go where it's going to be some fights or ghetto stuff happening. Like I want to go where it's going to be worth my time.
Yeah, it's going to be good time.
I want to make a connection with somebody, like you know, a divine connection. Like I want it to be purposeful. But yeah, I will pray if I feel overwhelmed every single time.
And how do you came up or learn that discipline, like to be praying a lot?
My team now.
Okay,
Sabrina, my manager. That's who taught me.
Oh, she was at the last minutes of the Team Ross podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. She taught me how to be a legit Christian after Maverick and Bethel. Like after, like not that they didn't. I'm saying like after all the
new things. You learn new things.
After all the separation between us, I had to relearn like basic stuff. Like it's basic. Prayer is so basic, but it makes me feel good. And I know when I don't pray, like I know if I didn't pray in the morning, like towards like, if it gets like 3:00 p.m., I'm like, oh, dang it, I didn't pray today. Like I need more energy. I prayed before I got here to see you in the car, didn't we?
That's good. That's good.
We prayed for you.
Thank you. That's good. We pray for all the things that we were doing here too. We didn't pray before the podcast, but we did it in the morning and all that. Mm-hmm. So that's good. But that's a good thing because people like, I don't think like people talk about that a lot. Yeah. About praying, you know, maybe they talk about reading and you have to read. Yeah. But praying is always like, you have to do it. And with all the things that we are doing like constantly, sometimes we forget. And like right now, I was talking to my friends that I want to get up. So I start that discipline to get up and not get the phone. Just to pray first Not because I get up and I pick up the phone quickly. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do that. I want to like stop doing that and, you know, make that discipline to first thank God that I'm breathing, that I'm alive one day, and then I can pick up the phone and do a lot of things. Because
Me too. Sometimes I pick up my phone, but I'm always gonna pray before I get out of bed, so I don't really get too upset about it. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
I'm like, Lord, thank you for this day. I just start like praying.
Okay, that's good. That's good. No, but that's good. That's good.
Just as long as you do it, you know,
Yeah.
it's simple devotion,
Yeah.
you know. But I found that like that's been something that has helped me throughout all this, you know, industry stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but making music, I find purpose in it. I know it blesses people, and I love that. I make it because it's something that I feel like I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm on earth to do right now.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, it's like my calling.
In when listening to you, you said like the ministry can traumatize you. You said that in the Tim Ross thing. What do you mean by that?
How ministry can traumatize you?
Yeah.
You know how ministry can traumatize you, right?
Maybe, yeah, but maybe in like people, but because people can say things and it can hurt. But I was talking about more like the things that people don't see. Like,
I mean, when you get to the level
because
was
I
doing
haven't
ministry.
been, I haven't been in your level.
when you get to that level of ministry, you don't sleep, you don't hang out with friends, you don't have time to. And you do, you know, here and there after ministry, like, you know, after church, you know, we just go eat. And then, but it's pretty much all consuming. It consumes your entire life, and you have to find balance in that. And a lot of my friends, I'm sure, have found that balance after doing it for so many years. But it's just a lot that comes with it, and it's traumatizing to be famous. It's traumatizing, like to wake up one day and like, you know, I could say one thing on the internet, and then it could just be like, it's just having that much power. You know, Jesus was so good with power. He was good with power.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like to be a human and to have that much influence is not right.
Yeah.
Like, it's something not right about it. And so it's something that's unnatural for sure. Being overexposed and having 1 million people watching every post you make.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's like traumatizing until you grow up and you learn how to not just give your blood to ministry, but you know, you give your life to God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he'll give you the balance instead of giving your life to ministry and then, you know, going to God second. Like a lot of people be in ministry that don't even really talk to God.
Do you think
That was irrelevant, but
yeah. Yeah, do you think like here in the States, is there a difference between, oh, I have a ministry or I have a career? Is there a difference? Because in the Latin world, like people see like we were talking like I interviewed some people here like and other like Cindy Clario and people like that. So in the Latin,
if you do it for a living, it's a thin line. If you're doing it for a living, I don't take money from the church.
okay. So if
I told God, and God, and only person that would know this is like Aaron Moses, obviously, Joel Barnes, like they would testify to this. I said, God, if you help me get to a place where my music can make my money, I would never take another dime from the church. I told him that straight up. And I did. And I have not worked for it. I haven't since that day, since he made a way for me to make money just making music and people just got to buy it, you know, from Apple Music. If you like music, you know what I mean? But like, I think there is a thin line, you know. I don't look down on people that do it, but it's still a career if that's where you make your money.
okay.
Like if that's what's building your houses and like buying your car, then it is your career.
Okay.
It could be your ministry too, but you can't you can't really separate the two when there's money involved.
Yeah. Now I ask you that because in the Latin world sometimes, and Puerto Rico maybe, what I see in Puerto Rico, like it's very hard when people like start doing like music and they get a lot of money to say it like that, and people are starting seeing things, and they're like, "Oh, you're a minister. That's the ministry, and you cannot mix being an artist and a minister. How do you say that? Minister. Yeah, something like that. And people like don't understand it, and sometimes like people say like, "Man, this is my career. This, and they like divide it to say it like that. So people cannot get hurt because people don't understand that. And it's a different perspective because in the U.S., the gospel music and the worship music, they are like in other levels, like in the Latin world, not a lot of people like have that kind of things. You know, I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I just think simplified. I mean, everything is, if you're a Christian, everything is ministry, whether you're getting paid or not. It's like, that's a hard position. You know what I mean? Like HEART.
Yeah.
Like that's a hard position. And so whether money's involved or not, if your heart is pure and your heart is right, it's ministry.
Yeah.
Like you're helping somebody, you're doing something right. And yeah, ministry is free, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like lights aren't free, and like your car note's not free, and then like the plane ticket to get there is not free, you know. So maybe the ministry part is free.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think people are just trying to do their best, and it's just too much criticism.
And other than praying, like that we talk, other than praying, how do you stay like, how do you say that, like saludable? How do you stay? I don't know how you say saludable. Let me like mentally healthy.
I go to therapy.
Okay.
I go to therapy.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been going to therapy for a long time though.
Okay.
Actually, since the home everything. But I mean, my mental health is great. It's like I've had moments of like, obviously had moments of like sadness, or you know, life brings on things that makes you sad. You have to grieve a family member, you have to grieve a relationship, you know, different things like that. But I mean, I'm the light in the room, you know what I mean, to all my friends and to everybody around me. And when I'm not the light in the room, something is messed up. Like I don't want to be. Like, I just think some BS is going on.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I used to give the group sometimes, because I just knew some BS was going on. And I just didn't choose to be the light in that moment. But today I pray that God would make me the light in that. People would see him and not myself. Yeah. You know, it's just, I have a strong mind and a healthy one too.
In the Dante Bowe thing, the album, and these two songs you put, like in the first two songs, you put Spanish things there, like Bajo tu sombra, that's one, and the other one you said Tú me llevas. So why do you put that in Spanish thing there?
Because all my friends are Latin.
Okay.
They're in the studio with me. Okay. So my best friend, his wife, well, I shouldn't have said his name, but
well, we can edit it.
Kid, my best friend Kid. Him and his wife was in the studio with me. He wrote a lot of my music with me, and I wanted to put that Spanish. I wanted to put something Spanish in that song, "Take Me Up," and then on "Hide Me," I put Spanish guitars at the end, and I was like, "Bajo tu sombra, hide me." Because I was just like, oh. That's when I was like back. That was back when I was just trying to get back at everybody. I'm like, I'm gonna still be famous. I'm gonna still be that boy. I'm gonna still be fire. You know, y'all not gonna take my joy. Y'all not gonna take my career.
Yeah.
Like, especially because I was admitting my mistake. I was so confused as how it's like people still mad at me. I'm like, there is no more to it besides what I told you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the photo happened, and I was like, I don't know what else to say besides like, this happened, I apologize, you know, whatever, like, and move on. But like, I don't know, it was almost a year. It was going on like finishing that year, and I was like making this music. I'm like, hide me, God, like under your shadow.
But in Puerto Rico, or the things that I saw was like with this song, the oh my God, the Wind Me Up, I think is. I don't know what it is. Let me see. Let me look for it. Right here. The one that you make the video that people were like crushing you.
Oh,
I think it's Wind Me Up. No, let me see. Yeah, Wind Me Up. Wind Me
that
up.
was a good video.
Wind Me Up. Yeah.
That was a great video.
So in Puerto Rico, when that video came in, it was like people. The things that I saw on YouTube from people from the United States were like mad at you because there were girls dancing there and all
on
that.
the beach,
and they were mad.
I know.
But you knew that. You knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
The thing is that if you listen to the song, not the video, if you listen to the song, it's like a good song.
Yeah.
People got mad about the video, right?
Yeah.
Because the whole album is, I think, it's pointing to Jesus in something.
Yeah.
But you knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't do it so it could happen.
Yeah.
It's just.
But when you're thinking that, like, what are you thinking? Like, okay, maybe they're gonna get mad, but I want to do this kind of thing, or I want people to see this kind of art. I don't know if that's on your mind, but I'm just asking.
What was I thinking? I mean, honestly, I have creative directors, like the best in the world.
Okay.
At the time. And I wanted to do a song. Wind Me Up was already out, obviously, on R&B radio. Top 50 most played song on R&B radio. And I was like, I want to do a video, but I want to do it on a yacht, and then I want to do it on a beach.
Okay.
And the stylist wanted the girls to wear bathing suit-ish attire. I don't care. Like, for me, it didn't bother me. Like, I'm on the beach all the time, and girls have bathing suits or guys have bathing suits. And honestly, I get it. It's counterculture from what I would normally do. But it happened. Like, it's out. It is what it is. Like, that's how I see it. And I do I feel convicted about it? No. But would I do it again? I don't even know if I would have a song like that, in the future. I'm over the whole dance around thing, dancing and stuff.
You like dancing?
I have a dance studio.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I do like dancing. That was what I had to do for that moment, y'all. It's just a time in history. Like, you're growing up with me. You're learning. You're processing my life with me. Yeah. Like, I grew up in front of the cameras. I was like, 24 when I had my first record deal. I was on Bethel. People look at you as an adult, like you're just so grown because you have the anointing on your life.
Yeah.
Like, because they're like, ooh, he's so anointed. They think you're just like their elder or something. It's like, I'm still a kid. Like,
you're 24.
And I'm like, imagine you're a 24-year-old getting ridiculed on the internet. You wouldn't enjoy that. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, I would say people are just growing up with me, and they're getting to see me process life. And some decisions I make might not be favorable. Like, they might not like it because I'm just a young man growing up. And then some, and there's no excuse, it's just the truth. And then some might be like, dang, that was a great decision. We love that song. We love this. We love that. But as long as more times it's good than it is bad, then okay, like, that's one song with a video that, you might have a problem with. But just go look at all my other videos.
The one, Your Majesty was good. The video was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
The one that I loved about that album, these are the two ones that I like. They're my favorite. Trouble and Glory to God. That's the last one. But Trouble, I liked it because it's like, I don't know if I'm right, but you I did correct me if I'm wrong. But is it like inspired with some of Mama Se Mama Kusa of Michael Jackson thing?
Oh yeah, the end,
Yeah, the end, right?
Yeah.
I was listening to it, I was like, it sounds like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it bad that I said that?
No, it's
true. Okay.
Yeah.
So I liked it because you're talking about David, right? And that, for me, it was like, because I think you never say it.
Because it was me. I was talking about David's story, but the first verse when I'm like, you want to know how I killed the man?
Exactly.
From my father's land. I was really talking about my enemies.
Okay.
Because I was like coming back with this album, and I knew I was about to do Good Morning America, and the world's about to see this new album and this new refined Dante. And I loved my cover with like praying.
Yeah.
This is something I really love to do, and I like the green. It was so bright, and I was just like, you want to know how I killed the man that came from my father's land? 5 smooth stones in a sling. Brought that man to his knees. Oh boy, trouble is coming. Because they always painted me as a trouble, like people, like on the internet, it's like, oh, he's troubler. He's just cause trouble. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that
Trouble is coming, man.
Yeah, that one was my favorite one, bro. Yeah. It's too good. I loved it, man. I loved it. I was like, and like,
they wanted. Honestly, my exec Field, he still thinks it's a mistake. He wanted that to be my first song.
Okay.
To be released. He wanted that song to be the first song.
And why did he? Oh, how do you say that? Why did you choose not to do that?
I wanted Hide Me.
Okay.
I wanted Hide Me. Yeah.
Okay.
So I chose Hide Me. Okay. I don't know. I'll never know if it was a mistake or not. But
Hide Me is good.
Hide Me is great.
Yeah, Hide Me is good. Like when I started, I did the album. Like
if I could go back in time, I think I would have chosen. Nah, I would have probably kept it the same. I don't know.
I did the album like 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like in order. And when it started, I was like, man, I want to listen to it. So if that happens, it's good to be number 1 in the Hide Me thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's good. And with this song that is coming up, I'm grateful. So, and this is a question that I need to ask because in this album too, you make music, or you did a featuring with like someone that doesn't make Christian music, right?
With Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's grateful.
That's grateful.
But in that
Vic Mensa.
Yeah, that
and
guy.
Flavor.
Yeah.
And Anthony B. None of them do Christian music.
Yeah, because Jacqueline Carr, she does, right?
Jacqueline Carr does, yeah.
That name.
Yeah. People call her Jacqueline all the time. Jacqueline, yeah.
Jacqueline.
Uh-huh.
And Ada,
yeah, she's a big Christian artist.
Okay. So those two are Christian. But when you do this kind of things here in the States, is it bad? Like is people see it like a bad thing? Maybe
like when I mix Christian artists with unchristian artists.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. And what's okay. And what is that's good. Okay, but what is like the thing that you think like, okay, I want to do this song with this guy? Maybe you like his vibe and his music, but is it something else that you want to do it with that kind of person?
Because I like, for example, Vic Mensa. I like Vic Mensa because I like his rap style. He's cool. He's under Chance the Rapper. Like that's his boy, or he's with Chance the Rapper. Sorry, a ton. And so I reached out to Chance the Rapper first.
Okay.
And then Chance the Rapper put me on to Vic Mensa because Chance the Rapper was working on his business and wasn't recording at the time.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, and Vic's a cool guy, fashion guy, and I really like his covers and stuff. And so I worked with him. And then Anthony B, I wanted this Jamaican song, and he was really, really popular over there, and so I had him do it.
Yeah, he's popular in Puerto Rico. Well, in the reggae music.
Yeah,
reggae music thing.
He's huge. Yeah. And then Flavor is huge on piano, and he's a cool guy, and he's a believer, and I just wanted to do a song with him. Okay. The same with Jacqueline. That Glory to God song just matched her voice, and she's one of my sisters, and I love her. I think she's brilliant vocalist, and so I just had her do it, for me. And, I don't really subscribe to people's ideas because it's like if you were able to make the decision, then God would have put you in my position. But it's like, I don't comments about what you would do if you were me, but you're not me.
Yeah.
Like, and no shade to people that are just sitting at home commenting.
Yeah, or think different.
Yeah, but it's like, what qualifies you to know about anything that I'm doing working a 9 to 5? Like, it's hard doing what I do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's not just a mental game that, the enemy tries to play with you. It's also just physically just hard to put all these pieces together to create an album and then to do videos. And it's so expensive. Like, it's such a huge sacrifice. So it's like for people to think that I'm like just antagonizing and trying to be funny. I don't have
The time, you know.
Wind Me Up was a $200,000 video.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm thinking about is antagonizing y'all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make something that I love to look at. Like, that I think is brilliant, that can sit up there with the greats of who's who, and I'll go to bed at night and I'll do a worship album, you know what I mean? Because I love the Lord. Like, you know, I just think, like, it's a tough job.
Yeah, I understand, because in the interviews, we do a lot of Christian people, because we are Christian, and we do a lot of Christian artists, pastors, or whatever. A lot of Christian celebrities have been in the podcastazo, that's the name. But we have been with people that are not Christian, and we interview them because they have different kind of arts that I like, and I want to interview them because I want to talk to them. I want to see how they do it, how they have money with that, and all those things. And people get mad, and I'm like, bro, you don't even know what I'm doing this. I do it because I like it. I'm not trying to be like this trouble guy or whatever. Or I just want one time I interviewed this guy in Puerto Rico. He makes his, how do you say that? Like he makes up with why, put makes up. I don't know how you say it.
Put makeup on?
Yeah, but he's not a clown. It's not that a clown. It's not he's not a drag. It's something else. I don't even know how to explain it. But he's a man, and he paints himself white, and he dresses like a woman. And when we started talking, because I met him because we do comedy.
That's why they were mad, probably.
Yeah, and I do comedy, but I met him, and he is great. Like, he's great. He does crowd work, and he's very good at it. So I was like, man, I love you. I love what you did. Can you come to my podcast? And people were mad. Like, how are you sitting him there in your chair? And
bro, just be Jesus to people.
Yeah.
Like, who cares what these people think? They're not even gonna be the people that like let you into heaven. It's like they're irrelevant, completely irrelevant, and a lot of it is just like them being used by the enemy to discriminate and hate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, I think we need to bring back that saying, what would Jesus do? Mm-hmm. Like, he's not intimidated by none of these people. Like, he's not intimidated by this guy with the white paint on, like dressed up like a girl, whatever the case may be. Like, he's not, Jesus, just trust me, that's like, he's not intimidated by nothing. He's the same God that like saw a woman in the act of adultery and like saved her from being stoned and then challenged the guys that was trying to stone her. Like, that's the Jesus we serve. So anything contrary to that is like antichrist. Like, this, it's anti-Jesus. If you tell people to hate people, you're anti-Jesus. That's how I look at you. Yeah. And so it's like, you don't have to like Vic Mensa. God loves Vic Mensa, obviously, if we believe what Bible we read.
I understand. Well,
Jesus loves him.
Yeah, and people like got mad about that. I'm like, bro, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. I'm knowing people. I'm getting to know people, and it's sad when people don't understand that, because yeah, you're just trying to be friends and that's it, and just do something. You're just trying to do music, you know, and it's sad. It's sad when people don't understand it. But yeah, so what is the story behind the Voice of God? You know, the song Voice of God.
Oh, my grandfather passed away in 2020, and I was about to release my album with Bethel Music, the Joyful album. Mm-hmm. And anyway, I was sitting at home like we all were, just like, what's going to happen with the world? I don't know what's going on. My grandfather just passed away. Not kidding. It was raining. And I had these big bay windows. And this is back when I was still a little broke. So don't think it's like this nice house. Don't imagine it that way. I'm in this small apartment, like with my best friends. That's when me and Aaron lived together, you know, me, Aaron, Joel. And I'm like sitting there and it's just raining. And I'm just like, crap. Like, I had so many plans this year to like just make music. And I say this with all humility, but I was like, I want to blow up this year, you know. And it was the beginning of the year, and we had COVID, bro. I was like,
bad.
Wow, the world's ending.
Yeah.
Before I could even put my album out, the world's ending. And I was like, what do I do? You know. Anyway, it was raining, and I was super sad, just thinking about my grandfather, who was my best friend, who I loved the most. And he taught me so much. So it was raining, and I started humming to myself. This is how most of my songs will come. And I was like, I can hear it when the rain falls on my windowsill. And I just kept, and I was like, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. And I was like, I can hear it in the crackle of a bonfire. And that's the order it was in the beginning. It started with the rain. Then I was like, voice of God. And I was like, oh, it's the voice of God. Okay. You know what I mean? And so I just wrote it that day. And then this song was a big process. The next day called Lael in Redding, California with Bethel. And I'm like, help me write it. And then I called Mitch Wong in Nashville, who's, if y'all haven't interviewed him, he's the biggest Christian songwriter in the world. Like Mitch Wong, shout out to you. I used to write all my songs with him. Okay. And like he's like one of my best friends who I love the most, and I can't wait to kick it with him again. I called him, called Aaron Moses. Aaron wrote the last little, the chords to the last little part. Anyway, it was only in a matter of days, and I called my team, and I'm gonna end it. I called my team, and I was like, hey, I want to record this song live in a studio with Stephanie Gretzinger and Chandler Moore, and I need to do it in 2 weeks because I want to drop it so that we can make Grammys, so I can make the Grammy recommendation. And they were like, this dude is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody thought I was crazy. I don't know where we got the money. Did I have the money? I don't know. I still don't know who paid for that. Maybe Jen Johnson. I think Jen and Brian Johnson. I love you. But I'm like, I want to do this song. And what made it super impossible is like Stephanie Gretzinger doesn't do anything for anybody. Okay. Not really. You know, she don't really come out the house.
Yeah, I understand.
She's not like that girl that's just all doing everything, you know? Yeah. She's super sacred when it comes to like sharing her platform. But she loves me. And she said yes. I was like, what? I was like, oh, this is like, I made it, bro. I was like, I made it. And then, cause you guys know Stephanie Gretzinger, right? Yeah. And so I'm like, whoa, this is actually going to be big. And then Chandler was like, yes, which I felt like he would because we were already close. And so we went to Nashville. And we recorded it, y'all. It was so quiet. Like the cameraman. I've never been on a set like that in my entire life. It was like everybody was just like, okay, cut. Like just whispering to us and stuff. Everybody was super quiet. Because we did like 4 or 5 takes. And you see the take that you see on YouTube? Yeah. It was like we did it 5 times. So the presence of God was it was a lot. It was a lot. Can you imagine hearing it 5 times, 5 different ways? We did it 5 different ways. Wow. And at some points, it got really crazy inside of the studio. Jen Johnson came by. I think Rita Springer came by. It was just a crazy time. I think Amanda came by, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But it was a holy moment. Oh, and look. It got nominated for a Grammy. Oh. Voice of God. Stephanie Gretzinger, Dante, Bowe, Chandler Moore.
That's good.
Yeah. Best gospel performance.
That song, when I heard it, man, and I saw the video, I don't know if you I don't know if you know this, but man, I cried. Like when you were talking about all that, you mentioned all those things, like when you go to your grandpa's and all that, in the song, it's like, bro, this song is crazy. And when you hear it, it's a thing. But when you see the video too, when you guys, you drop on your knees and you're just singing the song, it's crazy. And for me, I cried a lot listening to that song. Like, I don't know if you guys, when I see you guys, I say the ones that write music and whatever, like acknowledge that. Like there's people like in other places having an encounter with God.
Now I will say when I did that song, that's what I wanted.
What?
I wanted it to put something in the earth that was like so cool, iconic, that people recognize it as like, wow, this is a different kind of worship song. It's worship, but like, whoa, that's different. Like, it's like,
because it's the things that you say at the first. Yeah, those happen. Like when you go to your grandma, all those things happen to you. It's not like a worship song that is like very far away. It's like too close. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's our everyday thing that you see. And then you mix it with, oh, that's the voice of God. It's crazy, bro. And
it can make a grown man cry. That's
yeah.
how they did the chorus. It can make a grown man cry.
And that breaks it. A lot of things, because men think that they don't cry and all that thing.
That's
like,
the point.
Yeah. And when you think of all the things that you just said in the song, it's like, man, you're gonna cry. Yeah. Because you love all those things that you were described in the song.
Yeah.
As a man or as a woman. Yeah.
And I dropped that before my album. And so it was like, oh my God, what do we do? Like, you know, like it's like expedited my album, made it faster, made it come out faster.
Yeah. But it was good. So it was good. And I know a lot of people, like, not only me, like a lot of people like talk to God with that song. That's crazy.
My dream was to have a song with Amanda Cook and with Stephanie Gressinger. Like in my career, I'm talking about like, I didn't think about no Beyonce, whoever. Like in my entire career, when I was at home, young, just chilling, you know what I mean, had no opportunities. I was like, I don't even know if I imagined me having one with them, but I used to always think like, dang, I hope I get to sing with them. Not even have a song with them. Like, I hope I get to sing with these two women. And I did that same year. I did.
That's good. That's good.
That is good.
And what's the most personal song that you have ever wrote?
That one, I guess.
Yeah.
That I've ever wrote?
Or for now. I don't know.
You know, they all are personal. Because I can think of other songs in certain seasons that I was like, well, I literally wrote this for a specific reason. Have you guys ever heard the song I did called Ways for Me? I did it with Maverick. It's like, you probably haven't heard it.
Maybe. I don't know if I know it by the title, but maybe I've heard it.
But I wrote Ways for Me just about how hard life was at that time, just being known in the industry and stuff like that. And it's like my enemies wanted to shut doors on me and stuff. They didn't want me to work with them and stuff like that. Like it was right before everything happened, and I wrote Ways for Me, inspired by that. And and I wrote it in a deli, like getting food. I wrote pretty much the whole song. But yeah,
in the dairy, like
a deli, like where you go get sandwiches and stuff.
Okay.
Like I was waiting on my food, and I was just like, keep on making ways for me. And it's just talking about like no matter what door opens, no matter what door closes, like it's all in God's hands. Who cares? Like there's no man that can stop anything that God's doing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I thank God. I thank God was in Puerto Rico. It plays a lot too.
Yeah.
I thank God. You know that song. And how that came? The same, like one day.
I think God came. You know what's crazy? They wrote it as a slow song.
It did?
Jesse, MJ, and Aaron Moses, they wrote it as a slow song, like, wandering into the night. And then they changed it to a fast song. And I'm the bridge guy. Like, people will, like, write full songs and call me to write the bridge. Okay. And so that's what happened with Promises. But, like, they called me and they were like, bro, I want to sing this song for you. And I was on FaceTime. I literally started crying listening to it. And I was like, I had to call you back. I was so emotional. But not to be graphic, but I was using the bathroom. I was number 2. I was doing number 2, bro. Okay. And I was like, I gotta call y'all back. And on the toilet, I was like, hell lost another one. I am free. Then I called him back with the bridge. I literally wrote the whole bridge. Then I came. Hell lost another one. Get up out of the grave. All that stuff. Yeah. And, Enrique Holmes. Shout out to Enrique Holmes. Yeah.
That song plays a lot in Puerto Rico too. So and Grateful, the song that is dropping right now. Why you decide to make it with
Friday?
Yeah.
I have a song called Grateful coming out with featuring Friday. I made it last year for the Dante Bowe album.
Okay.
But it didn't get cleared.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, it's cleared now, and so I'm excited to release it.
Yeah, and like you're gonna release that song, but you're coming up with another album? That's the plan, or you're just dropping songs?
I mean, I won't. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do another album at some point.
Okay.
I already have a ton of albums, but I don't know when I'll drop an album. So I'll do Grateful, and then after that, I don't know.
Okay. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevamos, Puchu? I just asked the time.
Oh yeah.
We're almost done. Okay. You're good? You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wrote these things right here, but I think we already have the answer, but I'm just gonna ask it. For those people who question your relationship or faith with God, how do you respond to that?
Okay. What would I say to those people that question my faith?
Okay.
I would say I've dedicated my entire life to serving the Lord. Everything I have, like even just in this room, but not only that, internally, everything I have is because of him, my family, my friends, the connections with you. And we're talking about Christina, Declaria, like everything I have is because of him. And I'll continue to serve him. Also, like a lot of people would say like, well, you could just be doing it for money, but like it'd be easier to do something else for money.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like Christian music is the fastest growing genre in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I am a great worship leader. I don't do it for money. You can't do what I do on stage for just money.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't see like a lot of people will never see a blind man's eyes open. Like I have, you know, and or a lame man get up and walk. Like I've been blessed enough to see that in missions trips, you know, and going to ministry school and being in Eddie James Ministries for 6 years. You don't do that stuff for money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've slept on church floors, you know what I mean, day in and day out, traveling, and I've slept on the floor of a hut, you know what I mean, like in Suriname, like doing missions work, Germany, like, you know what I mean, Israel, when it wasn't so safe.
Mm-hmm.
And so my point is the Philippines, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. It's like I did not get here overnight because I am talented. I got here because I dedicated my life from 18 years old until now to serving Jesus, and he made all my dreams come true because of my diligence, not because I'm super talented. I'm not the most talented. I'm anointed. Like I don't do I can't sing as high as Tasha Cobbs or Naomi and all, like or whoever the boys are and they're singing now. I don't even know who's singing now. I don't really listen to everybody's music, like, you know what I mean? But I'm just good because I am blessed. Like I have an anointing on my life, and I can really lead worship. You can take the money away, you can take all this away, and I'm still gonna be good, and I can still make another album. I can still make another worship album, and it will move you because I don't give up, you know, my anointing, my calling for anything or anybody. So that was a long explanation, but it was very good. I feel like God wanted me to explain it even better.
Yeah, but it was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people can mistake that.
They're like, oh, well, maybe just doing it for money. It's like, what money?
Yeah,
like, I mean, you have to get super famous. Like, yeah, I got to the level finally where I make a lot of money. But what do you think I was doing the 12 years before that?
Yeah.
I was still leading the same way.
Yeah.
With the same heart. That's why I got the money.
Yeah, and
I didn't get the money.
And if you want to make money, you can, like you say, you can make other things. You can make other music that makes maybe more money.
Especially if you don't like God.
Yeah.
That's what people accuse me of. I could just do anything else. I wouldn't even explain the Why Me Up video.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that's good. We're good. I think we're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us.
Yes, sir.
Being vulnerable and how do you say that?
Vulnerable.
Yeah, man. That word.
Yeah.
And just opening I know we were in the studio, but opening your studio doors for us and just meeting you. And not too many people do this. So thank you. Thanks for that.
Thanks for being here, bro.
Yeah.
It was a good interview.
So, Dante Bowe, gracias a todo el corillo que estuvo aquí con nosotros. Espero que hayas aprendido. Y estamos ready. Gracias un montón. Podcastazo. Dante Bowe en la casa.